I'm joined today by he's officially made it to the NHL. He signed his NHL entry-level contract with the Vancouver Canucks last week. He's played for both the Tri-City Americans and the Calgary Hitmen in the Western Hockey League, a former 7th overall WHL Bantam draft pick. He attended Notre Dame. I attended Notre Dame. That's our parallel of how we're going to connect. It is Carson Focht. Carson, how have you been doing?
Hey, I've been doing great. How about yourself?
I have no complaints. You're back home in Regina right now. How's the weather in Regina? You've been able to get out on the ODR.
Yeah, no, the weather's been great. Actually, been able to get out in the ODR with my buddies a lot, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Well, let's talk about the reason we are talking. You just signed with the Vancouver Canucks. Before we actually talk about you signing with the Canucks, which is obviously congratulations to you, let's go back to the 2018 NHL draft. That was your first time you got to go through the NHL draft process. You didn't end up getting selected. What were you thinking at the end after that last pick was made in the 7th round?
Yeah, it was obviously tough for me. Just having to be passed over. No one really wants that, but it's definitely a signal to me that I needed to have a really big off season, and definitely motivated me to work that much harder just in the gym and on the ice to ultimately get drafted the next year.
And you did exactly that. You came back to the Hitmen. You had a tremendous year. You took a big step. And from what we could see watching, obviously being in the WHL office, I get to see a lot of Hitmen games where you really established yourself as a guy for the Hitmen who came out every single game and was expected to score, was expected to create. And you did exactly that. And because of that, in 2019, you were selected in the 5th round by the Vancouver Canucks. You got to attend an NHL training camp and you just signed your NHL entry-level contract. When did you know that Vancouver wanted to sign you and was going to change your complete trajectory for this season?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. There was always talks between us, but then the whole pandemic and everything really shook things up, and there was probably some times of uncertainty, especially for me. Just it's a very long off season. Sometimes could be definitely a mental battle for myself, but I just kept working through it, and then it was just a couple of weeks ago we started negotiations and ultimately got the deal done just a week or so ago.
Well, you're off to Utica now to play your first season in the American Hockey League with the Utica Comets. What are your expectations for yourself, and what are the Canucks' expectations of you this season in the American Hockey League?
Yeah, my expectations for myself are just I put in a lot of work this summer, and so I'm really confident with where my game is at, and my expectation is just I want to step in and make a difference. I want to do whatever I can to help my team win every night, and I'm just really excited to start playing some hockey again.
Well, Carson, you were 7th overall pick in the WHL Bantam draft. You're a tremendous Bantam and midget hockey player, or I should say U15 AAA and U18 AAA hockey player. You came into the Western Hockey League with Tri-Cities, and you were involved in a big trade for Jake Bean, who is in the Carolina Hurricane system right now. He made their taxi squad. And then you went undrafted. You got drafted. Where do you think your development really exploded in the Western Hockey League? And where did you think that your game has evolved from when you were 16 to now?
Yeah, when I came into the league, it was definitely a big transition for me. I learned a lot of things in Tri-City. I definitely learned what it was like to struggle and fight for ice time and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I learned a lot of lessons there, kind of about adversity and stuff. And then when I got the opportunity to come to Calgary, it was a bit of a different atmosphere for me, and thought my development really exploded. I kind of hit my start, I guess, when in my 18-year-old year with the Calgary Hitmen. Just being able to produce more offensively, but also just kind of rounding up my game as a whole. And so I think that kind of launched me forward. And yeah, I guess here we are today.
As you know, going through the league, coming in at 16 and then getting to 19, it's such a short period of time, but there's so much growth that you have as a person, and there's so many teammates that you have throughout your time, especially when you get traded and you get to play on multiple teams. But has there been a teammate for you that I don't want to say has been an inspiration, but has been somebody that has really helped you progress and get to the point that you're currently at?
Yeah, I've met a lot of great people throughout my WHL journey. Met a lot of great friends. I don't know if there was specifically one person that really helped me progress, but definitely met a lot of close friends. Really close with Kyle Olson. I played with him in Tri-Cities and was also fortunate enough to play with him in Calgary. So we've been in touch the whole time. We've lived together in Tri-Cities, and he's definitely been a really great friend to me and a guy that I could definitely lean on in tougher times.
Well, 262 games in the Western Hockey League. You're now moved on from our league. You're a professional hockey player now. But is there a moment that sticks out to you as, the moment, whether it's on the ice or off the ice, that is really going to resonate and be with you for the rest of your life from your time in the Western Hockey League?
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of great moments. There's been a lot of great moments with my teammates, just being on the road and doing like teenager stuff. It's been really fun. But on the hockey side, definitely a lot of moments stick out. Winning my first playoff series in my HL year with the Hitmen was a really great experience for me and my teammates. And one that really sticks out to me would have been last season. We played an outdoor game in my hometown of Regina, and that was a really special experience to kind of just be back in my hometown with family and friends and play in such a unique scenario, just kind of take the game back to the roots. And yeah, it was really great. We ended up winning the game in overtime. So yeah, that was a really cool experience.
Well, Carson, once again, congratulations on signing that entry-level contract with the Vancouver Canucks. I wish you the best of luck with the Utica Comets this year and throughout your professional hockey career. Stay safe, stay healthy, and do everything you can to keep it moving, man. You've done so great so far. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, thanks so much, Zach.